What's up, you guys? Welcome to my channel. If you're new, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know down in the comments what type of videos you would like to see next. Sorry, I'm getting so used to saying that in so many videos that I'm starting to get faster. And of course the birds want to start chirping whenever I'm doing the intro, but it is what it is. So today's video, I want to talk to you guys about something very exciting that's going on in my personal life. Well, we are getting ready to move. Yay. So I kind of just want to go over the process of everything that you have to do whenever you are getting ready to move, since I am currently in that process. So our lease is going to be up, looks like, in around a week and a half, and we'll be moved into our new apartment in 3 weeks, around there. So I just wanted to tell you guys everything you need to know. So first and foremost, I know you probably hear this a lot, but what's most important is you save a lot of money. Paying bills is not cheap. Moving is not cheap. Most places do make you pay a deposit. They say it's depending on your credit, but it could be up to first month's rent. So if you're paying $1,500 a month, you're going to have to put down the $1,500 for the deposit plus an extra $1,500 depending on when your moving day is. Sometimes if you're in the middle of the month, they only charge you for half that, just depending when you move in. So there are a few things you want to save up for. First and most importantly, you want to save up for the deposit. You want to save up for the first month's rent, sometimes two, depending if you're moving in closer to the end of the month. Another thing that you want to save up for is the moving cost, meaning the U-Haul, if you need a storage unit, to turn on your electricity, which is non-negotiable. Most places you have to send them a picture of your bill being turned on just for them to let you move in. So that is something that's extremely important as well. If you want to add Wi-Fi, that's another bill that you need to be prepared for. Some places do not include water, sewage, trash into their rent, so you got to make sure that whenever you're touring apartments, you ask them what is included in the rent. As well as, I would recommend you guys to start buying products before you move in. So maybe like if you know you're going to be moving in 2 to 3 months, even longer, I would start buying the necessities and essentials, including toilet paper, knives, pots, pans, dish soap, toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner, body wash, everything that you know you are going to be needing, since the minute you step into that house, you want to make sure that you get everything early, just so that it saves you a little bit. So those are just some of the things that I wanted to say. That's going to be my little intro, I guess. I'm going to go a little bit into detail into each category. This is in no way, shape, or form in order, but let's get started from the beginning. So you decided you want to move into your first apartment, next apartment, doesn't matter. You do know you need to save. So let's say you already have the first month's deposit and the deposit itself, so you can move in. So that is what you have. When you start looking into apartments, there are certain things that you need to be paying attention to. One of the most important things is how the staff treats you. When you go into that leasing office, how are those people treating you? Are they kind of just ignoring your existence, or are they working swiftly to make sure that you are taken care of? Because most of the leasing staff people get commission whenever they have people move in to an apartment, so they are not taking it serious in terms of wanting to work with you, do their job essentially when you are first moving in, when you are looking for a place to live, imagine how the staff is going to treat you when you actually move in and you need the maintenance man to come. You need to speak to a manager because there's charges that you need to be fixed. So you want to make sure that the staff is there, they're acknowledging you right away, and they're acting professionally, because that's another problem that I had. But we could do a story time another day if you guys would like. So after you start touring apartments, they usually ask you what the time frame is when you want to move in and what style you're looking for. So 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, etc. Townhouse, etc. So you want to make sure that before you start looking, you know what your budget is, what you want, and what area you want, because that's another thing that you have to be conscious of, the area, as to how close things are from you, how far is there a Walmart if you need to go get groceries. Those are other things that you need to be keeping in mind, especially if you do not have a vehicle. Now, me and my husband are blessed to have a vehicle, so that is not the issue for us. But sometimes there's literally a Publix right there that I walk to all the time while he's at work. No problems, no nothing. So that's why I said it's important to make sure you have things around you, because if something happens to your car, even if you have one, there's situations that we cannot control, is basically what I'm saying. So once you go ahead and you start touring apartments, you find one that you love. Whenever you tour the apartment, there are key aspects that you're going to want in that apartment, whether it be a nice big kitchen, whether it be a nice big closet, whether you want a balcony. There's things that are obvious like that, but there's also things that are not as obvious that you do want to pay attention to. I failed to pay attention to these things when I moved into my first apartment with my sister, but moving forward, these are things that I'm going to be paying attention to. For me, I am a person that I cook a lot. I cook every day. I have a lot of appliances. I got an air fryer, I got a toaster, I got a little grill thing that I can connect if I want to, blender. There's a lot of appliances that go into the kitchen that you don't really think about until you have the place. No, as well as maybe your phone is dying, you want to charge your phone while you're making a meal. So one non-negotiable for me is making sure that there is plenty of outlets, especially if the house does not bring a microwave. Like this one did not bring a microwave, but thankfully we have outlets literally all surrounding the outside of this, and on the inside we have like 5 different outlets inside that kitchen. So that's one thing that you want to look for, making sure there's plenty of outlets that you can plug in everything you need, flickering the lights, turning them on, off, seeing which ones don't have lights to where you'll have to buy a lamp. It's little things like that that you want to make sure. You want to make sure there's accessible Wi-Fi outlets, trying to, things like that, essentially. So once you tour the apartment and you decided, boom, this is it, you do the application. Most applications require you to make 2 to 3 times the rent depending on the area you are at and what state you are in. If you are low income, they have a little bracket that you have to be making within. The bracket does go higher the more dependents that you have, so the more kids or people that you have living in your house, the bigger the bracket is going to be that you need to make. So once you put the application in, most applications also have something called an application fee. Usually it'll be around $50 per person applying, and usually they make everybody over 18 apply. So you do have to be careful about that, because in this situation with me and my boyfriend, even though I technically did not have to apply, the leasing lady told us, she was like, he could just apply and we'll just put the lease under his name since he's the one with the income, because at the time I had no job, right? So they told me, they're like, if you want, you could just put him under since you don't have income coming in. But my boyfriend was like, no, I'd rather both of you guys be in the lease, both of us be in the lease, So, which is why I put in my $50. Well, he put it in for me so that I could apply with him. We both got approved immediately, and the thing about it is, even if you do not have credit, let's say your credit is terrible, you haven't started collecting credit at all. My first apartment with my sister, I had no credit at all, and I was still able to get it because I had her co-signing me and she had good credit. So even if you do not have credit, if you have somebody that can co-sign that has good credit while you can build yours up, I'm not saying don't just, but while you build yourself, that's definitely going to be a good option for you. Okay, so basically you have all that taken care of, right? You put the application, you got approved, they tell you, okay, go ahead and send us the deposit so we can hold your apartment in. This is the day you move in, this is the unit. Some places they already have you, whenever you go pay your first month's rent, most places have you sign the lease then. So let's say you go ahead and did all that, you're just waiting for the move-in date. You got approved, everything perfect. You went ahead and you got everything on the side, all your toilet paper, dish soap, everything. You have it purchased and ready, so when you move in, you can just start putting stuff in without having to buy a lot of stuff. So you want to go ahead and start looking into the U-Hauls. U-Hauls go by mileage. Some people are not going to need a U-Haul, especially if it's their first apartment, they don't have a bed to take, or they only have a few boxes. You might not need a U-Haul, but most U-Hauls are per mileage. Whenever I moved in with my sister, the U-Haul costed us $90 to go from the west side to downtown, and from downtown to the south side, from the south side back to the west side to turn in the U-Haul. Took us from around 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. we've been driving, and it was $90 for the mileage that we used. They'll ask you when you first get there how many miles. It's okay if you don't know the exact number, you just tell them a number and they'll adjust it after you did the drive to make sure that you're not being overcharged or undercharged. So if you need to get a storage unit, most storage units do give you your first month on a lower rate. So whenever I was looking at storage, because we're going to have to put this in storage for 2 weeks, I was looking at the public storage. It was telling me online it was $30 the first month and then $46 for a 5x5. Since we only needed 1 month, we went ahead and we got the $30 to put the storage unit, and then we're gonna just haul everything there. Whenever it's time for us to move in, we're gonna put everything in there and close it out, but you could keep it open. It's just up to you, depending on the space you have and the amount of stuff that you have. You might need to keep it longer, you might not have to get a storage at all. It's just all dependent. So whenever I'm talking about this, just keep in mind what fits with what's going on with you, because everybody's situation is different at the end of the day. So now you got your U-Haul, you're packing up everything. First of all, something that no one had ever prepared me for is how expensive moving boxes, moving tape, moving, permanent markers could actually be. Because we went to Walmart, we seen all the boxes were ranging from $1 to like $3 depending on the size. We got medium boxes, it was all like $164 per box, and when I tell you we ended up buying like 20 of those boxes plus the tape, which moving tape is kind of expensive. I don't know, to me it is, but plus the moving tape plus like the Sharpies that we got from Dollar Tree, but it all adds up after a while. So make sure you do have, especially if you're buying bubble wrap or styrofoam, peanuts, whatever it is that you're buying, that really adds up. So do keep that in mind. I know a lot of people get their boxes from Home Depot. I haven't seen how much the boxes there are, so I can't really tell you if it's a better deal or not, but that is besides the point. So now you are going to go ahead and pack everything a couple days before you move in. You're going to go ahead and turn on your lights. They do require a deposit. It's depending on the area you are in, and I believe your credit. I'm not sure. This is gonna be my first time turning on the lights by myself. Usually like my sister calls or somebody else calls for me, because I'm not in any shape or form a social person, which is so weird. but I am a very, like, I get anxiety when I have to talk to people. So she usually does that, but this is gonna be my first time doing it by myself. Well, with my husband. I'll probably make him call, honestly. But whenever we get the details, I'll let you guys know for sure what the requirements are to turn on the lights. But I'm pretty sure it's just based on the area you're in and your credit. So now you have the deposit, the apartment ready. You have everything as far as everything's packed. You have the lights on. Perfect. So now you're going to move into your apartment, right? Once you moved into your apartment, most people get the internet installed for them. That is an additional fee. So what I personally did, because I did call to put up the Wi-Fi this time. I was, unfortunately I had no choice. So they asked me what plan I wanted. I told them what plan I wanted. At the time, there was 4 of us here with a whole bunch of devices being used at the same time. So I ended up getting the 400 megabytes or something like that. I don't know what it's based on, but it's the 400 option one. It was like $70 a month, which to me is a lot. So if you're by yourself, if you use Xfinity, I'm not sure about other ones, but I have Xfinity right now. They do have a deal where you could get 10 gigabytes, megabytes, whatever their scale of measurement is. You get 10 for $25, so you could do that if you're living by yourself, so you don't have to spend $70 a month just for yourself to get Wi-Fi for like 2 TVs. Because when you're by yourself, you're not going to be turning on so many devices at the same time. Maybe you'll turn on the TV and use your phone scrolling or something, but you don't need so many gigabytes if it's just you. So they sent me the box. I set it up myself because, like I said, if you have a technician come set it up for you, it's going to be an extra fee. So I got the Wi-Fi box delivered straight to your door. Not even the mailbox, it came straight to my door. Actually I set it up. I watched the videos, but it's pretty like self-explanatory. How to set up is literally only like 2 cords, I believe. So it's pretty easy to set up, but I just didn't want to mess it up, so I did YouTube it, and I asked my boyfriend just to make sure that everything was good to go. So now you have Wi-Fi, you have pretty much everything you need. Now you just have to take care of unboxing everything. That's pretty much it. If I missed anything, please let us know down in the comments. If you have any tips and tricks for moving, I know some people hire movers. My cousin being one of them, when she moved out of state, she hired movers. I know that getting the U-Haul alone from here to where she's at was like around a good chunk of money. So I do not have experience with movers. I do everything myself, so I couldn't really get into those details, but I'm sure that you could search that information up and find it easily. Or if there's anybody here that has used moving services, maybe they could let us know what the pay to hour ratio is, because I think I seen someone online saying that she paid for the movers to be there 4 hours. So I don't know exactly if it's by hour, or I have no idea at all. But if you guys know, please let me know down in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit long, me just sitting here talking, so I apologize. Just comment down below any tips, tricks, any other video that you want me to make. I will have a moving vlog put up very soon. I already have boxes all over the place. I just need to start filming that video. All these videos are going to go up after I moved into my house, but I'm going to schedule all these so that they are in order from which I filmed. So this one's gonna come before the actual moving vlog, and since we have to get 2 U-Hauls, unfortunately, yeah, we gotta get 2 U-Hauls now, since we have that gap. So you'll definitely see me looking crazy because them U-Hauls never have AC. Like, can you guys let me know if that's just me? Any U-Haul I have ever gotten, me, my sister, my cousin, any U-Haul we have all gotten, it never has AC. What's going on with that? And it always has like the windows that you gotta crank down and crank up like that. That is so funny. And half of them, the radio doesn't even work, so we're just like sitting there with phone music just like on speaker. Like, if you bring a speaker, you're smart as heck. I recommend, if you're getting a U-Haul, just bring a mini speaker just in case, because you might actually need it. And get ready to be hot and sweating unless you move in the colder months, because usually, well, in my experience where I've been living at, none of the U-Hauls ever have AC. So let me know if you guys don't have AC in y'all U-Hauls when y'all rent them out either, because I want to know if that's like a universal thing or if I just have bad luck. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys on the next one.